Okay, folks, this is an interesting one. It's not my cup of tea, but it looks real. It probably would look good on the photocopier. We'll see how we go with it. Wonder how big we're going to make it. Going to make it 141.4. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here, I think I know what they are. These look like pyjama pants, like for winter time, like flannelette or some descript. And we've got an interesting graphic on it, or graphics. Not my sort of print, not the kind of thing I'd like to wear myself. It just looks too yuck. I just hate figurative prints or any kind of pictures on my fucking clothing. I don't like them. I really don't. I much prefer them as plain or striped, rather than some pictures of something. In this case, I think this is like Beatrix Potter type design. Sorry about the poor camera work, but basically it looks like, what would be known as Beatrix Potter. She designed a lot of rabbity animal type patterns and stuff. Beatrix Potter. So I think it's a Beatrix Potter themed piece. I think she's Australian, Beatrix Potter. I could be wrong, I'm not an expert. I don't know where I learned about her, whether it was from school or something. Now we've got a rumple. That looks shit house. Wondering if we're going to make it into a movement piece. It looks really boring. It looks shit house. I think we can make it into something a lot more interesting. We're going to make it into a movement piece. So I'm just going to straighten it up and get it ready to twist. Beatrix Potter. Yeah, that looks shit house. There's not much in the picture and it's not angled nicely. Looks shit. Looks ugly. Maybe we can just have it scrunched up and just turn it around in a more random fashion. Maybe we could have it on 100%. Beatrix Potter. So I just pointed the phone down, unfortunately. Yeah, that looks interesting. I don't think it's quite what I'm after. Maybe we could take a section out of that, and I don't know. I'm going to do another one, folks. But Beatrix Potter, indeed, she's made it, she's obviously, I think she did, I don't know what she's famous for, if it's this. It has bunnies. Bunnies are indeed a Beatrix Potter. Maybe look her up on Google if you're curious about who the fuck she is. because I'm not an expert. I just recognise it just looks like her stuff. She's quite well known. And that looks really a lot more interesting. I think we could make that the centre of the job, and I like all that detail. And we've got a rabbit in full part, so I think we can run with it like that. We're going to keep the rabbit. Oh shit, yeah, this looks good. Right, we're just going to take these pantaloons off the glass. I'm going to just put them aside. We're going to redonate. Despite the lockdown we're having here in Sydney, there are some op shops that are still trading, which is really good. It's good to see something still living in this barren land. Yeah, that looks nice. And we got the bunny nice and close to the edge, but not too close. So that's our Beatrix, well, I think it's Beatrix Potter. So it's an interesting piece. Yeah, there's one thing that I'm finding really disturbing about this lockdown is that even if I can get in touch with my partner that I've lost, Luigi, I won't be able to see him until the rules are relaxed regarding meeting of people. So it looks like I'll be stuck on my own a lot longer than I'd like to. This lockdown looks like it's set to go for months, not weeks. I know that sounds pessimistic, but my gut feeling tells me it's going to drag on. And that we're not going to get any joy from it. It's just going to be living in limbo, folks. And I'm really upset that this is happening, but unfortunately we have to do it to try to keep this COVID under control, to bring it under control and hopefully buy us time before till the whole of Australia's populace has been vaccinated, which will take a lot longer than what we'd like. Anyway, let's see how we go with this Beatrix Potter shit. Yeah, okay, well, that looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.